Newton's first law of motion, explained simply. Hello everyone! Today, we're going to explore one of the great laws of science, Newton's first law of motion. It's often called the law of inertia, and it helps us understand how and why things move, or don't move. So what is Newton's first law? Here it is in simple words. An object at rest will stay at rest, and an object in motion will stay in motion at the same speed and direction. Unless something else, like a force, changes that. Let's break that down. Imagine you're sitting in a parked car. The car won't move unless someone steps on the gas. That's an object at rest staying at rest. Now imagine you're in that same car, driving down the highway. If you suddenly take your foot off the gas and there was no friction or air resistance, the car would just keep going. Forever. That's an object in motion staying in motion, of course. In real life, we have things like friction from the road and air pushing back on the car, so eventually it slows down. But Newton's law is describing what would happen in a perfect world, with no outside forces. Let's look at a fun example. If you slide a book across a table, it eventually stops. But why? Not because it wants to stop, but because friction from the table is acting on it. If there were no friction, it would just keep sliding. Now here's a cool way to feel inertia for yourself. Try standing on a bus. When the bus suddenly starts moving, you feel like you're being pushed backward. That's not magic. It's inertia. Your body wants to stay still while the bus moves forward under you. So, why is this law important? Because it helps us understand motion in everything. From falling apples to planets orbiting the sun. It laid the foundation for modern physics, and it's one of the first steps in understanding how the universe works. So, remember, things don't start moving or stop moving unless something makes them. That's Newton's first law of motion. Thanks for listening, and stay curious.